What up, dog homies and homies? It's your homeboy Grand Tizzle. And you know how we gets it in. I'm back, fam. Sorry I've been gone, man. Y'all like, man, what Grand Tizzle at? Y'all know how I do, man. There's a lot of things that I've been putting in place for y'all, man. I'm running a mentorship. I just want to let y'all know in advance. It's $100 a month. I know y'all, some of y'all like, $100? Nigga, you crazy. That's for my entrepreneurs, man. That ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. $100 a month is very cheap, actually, if you think about it. Because being a mentor, I can make you a lot of money. $100 is chump change compared to what you can make with your homie Greg Tizzle. We gets it in. But you know what? That's another subject for another day. Meanwhile, today I have some new tutorials for you. I have a new session for you. It's long overdue. I apologize for the wait. I was supposed to post this up two weeks ago, but you know your homie Grand Tizzle got all these things going on, man. Y'all know I'm building my show, and you know I'm building, finishing up the sessions on Hip Hop and Session, Volume 2, HHIS 2016. So you know we got a lot of things going on. Meanwhile, I need to do my annual micro session. So, you know, I have to apologize for the wait, but we're going to go ahead and get started without haste. So first thing we're going to do, fam, is we're going to build a background. And we're going to make this a grayscale, right? And, you know, we're just going to, and right now I'm not going to explain to you how I'm doing the background. We'll come back in another session and I'll teach you that. But for now, you can just kind of watch this. This is something that I'm just going to do. Now, this is kind of a very, very popular technique here. You see how I just took, you know, I blurred the background and, you know, I'm kind of making some new things going on here. Let me add another thing. Let me brighten up the color a little bit. And we go in here and we do some other things. Now, I want to say this real quick, all jokes aside. I want to say that, or you know, you can pay attention to this if you want to. We're going to come back to this later on. Okay. All right. Let's shrink this down. Control E, and we shrink it. Now we got a background. All right. I want to say a few things real quick, fam. First thing I want to say is there's a few very small ideas, or should I say some very small fundamentals when you're putting together text for mixtapes. And one thing I want to say is the concentration is based on, I want you to think about the color, the overall color of your mixtape. Now, very beautiful mixtape covers come with a color scheme. And with the color scheme, it's if you pick, for example, you decide to use turquoise as your dominant color, then the idea, fam, is to use the opposite, the literal opposite complementary color. Now, I'm going to show you something real quick. Let me pause this for a second. Now, I did a real quick Google search, and this is what I found. And I want to show you this for a reason. Now, they're talking about fashion here. And they say fashion, math, the secret to dressing well. Now, we're going to use this for our own advantage. But women, you know, women can close their eyes. They know the color schemes, and they don't even understand why. Well, it's because when they buy their dresses and they buy their skirts and different things like that, companies put together colors and color combinations based on their own understanding, and companies know that women like color. So when they put, you know, when they create their different designs and things like that, they have color schemes in mind. Something else we can take from is like men ties. You know, when you look at men ties, I don't know how many of you guys wear suits. I wear suits all the time. You know, and I'm always picking a tie. I have over 200 ties, and I understand color scheme and things like that. But it's a psyche. It does something. Anyway, I'm gonna make a long story short because we can go on and on and on. But here's the color wheel. Now, I was talking about, for example, if we was to decide to go with teal. Well, the complementary color. Well, let me see here. If we look at this, we see some darker teals. but the opposite is orange. This green is like some type of weird burgundy or reddish. This here, if we go direct opposite, is a little bit of pale type of orange. If we go off to the blue, we got a slightly yellow. But anyway, this is how it kind of works, fam. Now I don't want to confuse y'all here. Here's turquoise blue, and if we go directly across, we got orange here. Wait a minute, is that directly across? Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You understand? You know what I'm talking about. Aqua blue, we got a little bit of orange red. You got purple. So anyway, fam, this is how it works. Now we can talk a whole subject about this, but we're not. I'm just helping you to appreciate and understand how color scheme works. So color scheme is very, very, very important when you're doing your artwork. Now we also got hues and variations, but we're going to talk about that later. Right now we're going to stick to kind of like the complementary colors, like the basics, the hard facts. So we got the powder blue with the orange, and we got the yellow with the blue, and the purple with the green. And right now we're talking about turquoise, or actually here, this one here. I don't know, that one. No, we're going to do that one. This one here, the green teal, magenta, or whatever. I don't know. But I'm going to show you a secret that we can actually use when we're putting together our text. So one thing I want to bring out is when you're doing mixtape text, you never really, we're going to do something called street. You never really, you never just type it out. You never just type it out. The idea, fam, and you can't see it. Here, let me just make this dark. The idea behind this, fam, is to separate every text. And I'm going to show you how and why. First thing I want to bring out is a popular text that's used very often is something called Bebas or Bebas Noah, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. So we're going to call this, let's say, street. So we're going to put an S first. And this is one thing that you kind of really need to do. You know, you really have to separate every font to give it that specific feel. You understand what I'm saying? You want to separate every font to give it a specific feel. And what you do is you kind of giving the text, you know, movement, vibe, flavor. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna select that, and we see we at 137. So everything else I'm gonna bring out, we're gonna basically keep it in that area. So that's we'll say 137, 135, and we'll bring it up here. And we're gonna call this, and we're gonna put an E here. And we're going to make sure that it's kind of bouncing around somewhere. And now you want to keep it kind of coordinated, right? Maybe we should move these around a little bit here. Let's kind of get a little bit animated with some of these. So let's turn that. And we'll bring this in here. We'll turn this, and let's kind of adjust this a little here. Maybe we can stretch that. And the idea is to have the text look like they're having a good time. You know, you're not going to really, you're not going to. Now, how do we double up the E's? Maybe we can do something like such. Turn it just a little bit. Maybe we can shrink it just a little. And maybe we could take this T and copy it and drag it over here. And then maybe we can tilt it a little. So that was a little mistake. I stretched it a little, but it may be okay to keep. Okay, so we're gonna say street, and then we're gonna do mixtape. We're gonna do mixtape the same way. Street mixtape, I'll call it, I'll say something like designs. Street mixtape designs. But the designs is going to be a whole totally different ballgame. Now I'm trying my best to be brief as possible, but again, the idea here, and the reason why you don't want to just text them, you know what I mean? You just don't want to type out everything because it's going to come out too clean, and you want separation. And the reason why you want separation is because the nature of mixtape text, the nature of it is the randomness or the organic movement. You understand where I'm coming from? It's the organic movement. That's the essence of mixtape text. So as long as it's not, I'm gonna tell you something, fam. I'm a graffiti artist. I've been a graffiti artist all my life since I learned graffiti, and I was I'm from Detroit, but I learned graffiti when I was young because I was always fascinated with the art. First of all, I was fascinated with hip hop culture, and then I got fascinated with the art simply because I'm an artist, and I always wanted to put art at places where it wasn't supposed to be. Like free canvas. So walls was free canvas, But I had always learned that it's all about balance. You understand what I'm saying, fam? And I hope that I'm really helping you guys put this together, because again, it's all about balance. So let me see. Street mixtape. I'll put probably like design down here. Let's see. Maybe we say designs. And maybe we can make that a capital D. Okay, that's cool. Street mixtape designs. Maybe we'll put it here. And okay, that might be okay. Now we're gonna do something here. Let's look back again. Let's look at this. And I don't know what color scheme I'm gonna pick yet, but I'm gonna show you a real cool tip. Now, before we move on, before we do anything else, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna convert all of these. So let me eliminate that. And what I'm gonna do here is gel all of these together, or merge them all together. So what I'm gonna do is hold Control and hit E. Oh, actually here, this is what I gotta do. I gotta select that. I gotta hold Shift and select that, and then I hold Control E, and I just merge everything together. So now, cut it on and off, and there's a reason why I merged it together. Let me show you something real quick. Actually, I can go in here and separate these things, but I'm gonna keep this one color. So the color that I decided that I want to keep, that we want to make, is actually, let's do something random. I'm going to show you a tip real quick. Let's say we wanted to go with, let's just hypothetically say we want to go with hot pink. I'm just kind of being random here. First thing I'm going to do is select a darker version of hot pink as the background or the foundation. Okay, so now we got that. Now, a very easy way of getting a nice little 3D type of blend is to go to the higher version of hot pink, because we don't want a solid hot pink. We kind of want like an organic hot pink. So what I do is I selected the higher colors, and I go get this really nice brush here, a simple fade brush, and make it wide, and hit enter, or and I spray it. And now what we have is a really nice clean gradient. And then I go in here, select the lighter color, hit OK, create another layer, shrink this down, and maybe make it a little brighter in the middle. So now we got something kind of easy and very organic. Let me deselect. So now you see we really got something tangible that we actually can use. So let's take that, we're gonna merge that together. So I'm gonna hold Control E and merge that. So now we got the colors merged, and then I'm gonna hold Control E again and merge it down again. So the next thing we can do is go up here to our image, go to our layer and go to layer style, and now we wanna create a drop shadow. Now this is kind of the beginnings of what we're trying to do here. So we're going to go to normal, and then we're going to create a distance, and we're going to boost up the spread here and boost up the size. All right. And the idea is to kind of get a 3D feel. Now it's going to look way more 3D when I'm done. Just bear with me. I know it's been 15 minutes. You know, your home grandkids talk too much, but you know, it is what it is. And what I like to do is, instead of trying to direct the angle and the distance and things like that over here, I just like to go over here and click it. And you can move around your shadows however you want. So I try to find the optimal location here, and now that, to me, that's optimal. And maybe we can shrink the size. You know, that's okay right there. I'll shrink the size there, and I'll adjust it a little bit. Now that's pretty decent. Now the other thing I like to do is go to bevel and emboss and put some type of depth to these, you know, to this. And that's going to serve as a, we had this depth here. We kind of toy around with it, depending on how much you want to put to it. I want it to be, and for this particular one, I want it to be kind of subtle, very subtle, where you almost kind of don't even pay attention to the fact that it's there. All right, but it is there, and you'll know it's there. Okay, so now we got that. Now, something here. Let's do this. Let's do something like this. Oh, there's some other things we need to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is merge this down. And the reason why I'm going to merge it down, I'm going to show you later. So we're going to hold Control E and merge it. So now we have this. We have all the effects. We got the depth added to it. And let's kind of shrink this a little bit. Here, we're going to ignore that. So let me close that. We're going to shrink that a little bit because there's a few other things we need to do to this. Now, before we move further, let's go ahead and add another shape. No, actually here, let's do this. What we're going to do here, we're going to change the color of designs. This is going to be the contrasting color. So here's the secret, fam. This is the technique that I wanted to show you. If we would decide to take this designs and turn it from white to this color, right? Or let's just be sharp, right? Watch what happens when I select it. You see what happens, fam? When I select it by using my cursor, by using my you know, my text selector, it automatically converts it, or should I say, it automatically gives it the complementary color for some reason. So let me show you, and I'm gonna give you an example what I'm talking about. Let's say we wanted this to be let's say blue. So let's pick blue. Okay, we're gonna pick blue. You see the complementary color of that is orange. Now let me show you how this works. You see this here? So if you select blue, well, that color blue is going to be yellow. But if you select that color blue, it's going to be orange. Now, it's not, keep in mind that this is a computer, so it's going to be exact. So let's pick another color. Let's change this to pure red. Now the complementary color on here for red is this color blue, which is some type of strange powder blue. But if you look at this here, the color combination, you got the red, and then you got this kind of tealish type of blue. All right, and I always thought that red, the complete opposite of red, was green, but again, it's going to computational color or whatever you want to call it. So it's always a good indication of what is the perfect color combination. All right, and we'll do some more sessions showing you how that system works, right? But what we're going to do, we're going to stick to this right now. So we're going to stick to that, and we're going to look at the complementary color of that, and it looked like some type of aqua green. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make that like some type of aqua green if we can. All right, so we make it something maybe like that. I don't know, you know what I mean? Okay, and now the other thing to do is to start adding the same elements. We're going to add a stroke, which is going to be black. Make sure it's the same size. Actually, we're not going to add a stroke. We're going to add a drop layer. Drop shadow. And the drop shadow is going to be spread, so it can kind of look like a 3D situation here. You see that? See what's happening? And then we're going to go ahead and manually move it around. Okay. So just by this alone, you kind of starting to see the combination here. Now, this is, to me, it's a little bit of a poor excuse. You know, I'm on a time constraint, and I want to make sure that you know, I don't you know, waste too much of your time. Although it's been 20 minutes. Yeesh. But okay, so we got a little something going on here. So now what I like to do is I'm going to we're going to go here and we're going to put a layer style. We're going to stroke that with this color green. So let's hit stroke, and we're going to pick that color green. And you see how things is kind of gelling together and is making a lot of sense right now. And it's just because of the way the color combinations work. And vice versa, what we're going to do, we're going to keep that there. Vice versa, we're going to take this design and we're going to do the same thing here. Let's double click on that. We're going to do the same stroke, but we're going to pick the teal. So not the teal, the maroon or whatever color that is. And let's kind of get it a little bright. And now we got this going on. Actually, no. That ain't what I'm trying to do, fam. Sorry about that. What I have to do here, you could do it like that, but I meant to do something else. I'm gonna hold Control, hit E, and now we have this all gelled together. Now, one thing I want to do real quick, let me show you something. We're going to I'm gonna take my magic wand here, and we're going to select this because we want this to have a dynamic look too. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're going to pick this green, but we're going to go darker. All right, just for the sake of the tutorial. And we're going to paint it. Okay, and now we're going to go back and add the little glow, or, you know, whatever you might want to call it, fam. That. You see what I'm saying? I know I was trying to do all the time, man. All right, so look. You see what happens here? Now we got something popping. Okay, so now what we're gonna do here, let's merge this down, hold Control E, we merge it to that. And we have this here. So we have this to work with. So I'm removing the background. Now what I wanna do is make this semi 3D. So let's go here, let's select this layer here, and we go to layer style, and we emboss that. And now we got a little semi 3D thing going on. And it's pretty cool. Okay, so now, fam, you see how this is all working. So now let's what I like to do here, I want to lock this in. So I'm going to create another layer, select this, hold Control E, and merge it down. That way I have that locked. I have that effect locked. Okay, so now I can take this layer and I can merge it down to the original layer with the back shadow. So let's hold Control, hit E. So now we have this separate and we have this separate. Now what I need to do is add the stroke. Now I add the stroke layer, and the stroke layer is going to be the complementary color. So let's go to layer style. We go to the stroke layer, hit that, and we'll pick a color here. Maybe we'll go a little hotter, and boom, we'll blow it up. Matter of fact, we're gonna make it a little darker because we see what's happening here. That's fine, and let's shrink it so it won't be intrusive. And maybe we can put a shadow on it just so we can do his own little thing, have his own little space. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do that. Here, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's put the shadow. Let's make the shadow gray. It's something about the gray. Yeah, we're going to sharpen it up. Slide it. Shrink it. And here, let's move it like this. Move it like this. So now we got these powerful popping layers. We're gonna do, matter of fact, let's see. Yeah, here, let's just do it again here. I was gonna try to copy it, but this is sufficient here. Let's go ahead and add the shadow here. Make it long here, and let's tighten it up. Make it strong. Shrink it, and then let's manually adjust it, and then let's go in here and change the color to gray. Awesome. And that's it, fam. That's it. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, that's not it. Because you really want it to really pop off, right? Don't you want it to pop off? Here, let's slide this down right here. Street mixtape designs. Actually, text. I should have put text. Here. Text. I don't know, man. You know how I should have did it. I was one brushing me and stuff. All right, let's do this here. We're gonna add some glow to it. And the cool, smooth way of adding the glow is going here, going up to here, double clicking on that. And let's shrink this down a little bit. And let's turn this to linear light. We're gonna use linear light on this and just pop it. So that's kind of strong. Well, let's see how linear dots look. That look a little better here. Let me back this up real quick, man. All right, let's pick a maybe darker. No, that's okay. That's okay. Let's find something. Bring it up a little. Maybe we'll add a little of that. All right, that's a little better. That's kind of cool. Yeah, not me. All right, and let's see what we got going on here. Let's see what linear dodge do. Okay, that's cool. I like linear dodge on that one. Ooh, nice. All right, fam. So you know what I'm saying? We put something together on it real quick, real fast. I hope you know what I'm saying? I hope I did this in a good enough time for y'all to really be able to capture something, you know? It's your homie Grand Tizzle, man. And again, this is the wrap up for this particular micro session, even though it was 30 minutes. I try my best to keep these very short for y'all, you know what I mean? Sometimes it just takes a little long. But I'll tell you what, if you want detail, slow, step by literal step tutorials, make sure y'all go to todaysbeats.com/Photoshop/ and I got more than 9 hours of detail, step-by-step literal instruction on how to do all of these things. And I'm coming out with a new one, volume 2. Volume 2 show you a whole totally different level of the game if you really want to know. But right now, volume 1 will suffice your needs. All right. So until the next time, I hope you benefited from this. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, dislike, comment, do whatever you need. But for the most part, I really want to teach you and I really want to help you to learn how to pretty much create your own empire by doing everything yourself. You ain't got to outsource nothing. All you got to do is learn how to do it yourself and put in the work. And that is popular, fam. Entrepreneurship is the new way of living today, fam. So if you're not and I don't care where you work. I don't care if you're working at Kinko's or FedEx or McDonald's or you got a good job making $25 an hour. I don't care. It's all about entrepreneurship. And the world is big enough and everybody is sufficient. We are sufficient. We all can barter and exchange. I mean, the fact of the matter is I want to pay you to learn how to do this. So guess what? I'm gonna pay you one time, but I ain't never gotta hire nobody else to do my plumbing. I ain't never gotta hire nobody else to do my painting. I ain't never gotta hire nobody else to do my music or my mixing or my mastering or my websites or my graphics. I don't have to do that because I know how to do it. And that's what it's all about, fam. This is the age of DIY. Do it all yourself. All right? So keep that in mind, fam. This is a generation of entrepreneurship. We just do it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that, that's beneficial if you're trying to learn to be a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, a dentist, and you still your own boss. So that's what it's all about. All right, fam. That's all the encouragement I can give y'all today. I got a lot of work I got to do. But until the next time, I'll see you in a minute. I'll see you on Spinning. Thank you for watching. Peace. Anything is possible.
If you can think it, you can do it. The only limitation, the only obstacle is your brain. If you believe it, you can achieve it. If you don't, you won't. It's just that simple. We at Red Media Art understands this, but we encourage you to do more than just learn. We at Red Media Art want to push you, inspire you, invoke you to shoot beyond what you believe is possible. We understand the true secrets of success, the way the mind works in learning environments, how the brain releases dopamine each time you learn something new, and how you can change your life simply by changing your mind and sticking to it. We not only train you in developing a skill, but we also train you in developing a mindset, helping you to become far beyond your own abilities